Hi everyone, sorry it's been so long since you've seen this lovely mug. If you want to grab yourself a drink, a beer, a coffee, some snacks, you can't. Well, I'm going to make a coffee and it's basically going to be a long video. So I'm going to need to update, well, I'm going to update you on a lot. So guys, I hope you've got all your drinks, your comfies, your pug. He always sits in the middle of me and Amy, does in bed in the night as well. Poor Leo's over there. So pretty much, it's been a bit of a blur what's happened since I haven't vlogged, so I think Amy's going to have to kind of help out like she did with what happened when I got sick and for surgery.
Yeah, everything then.
Yeah. General stuff.
So where do you start?
Well, from what we're going to say, or Amy's going to say, or me, we cannot. It's basically we're talking on what the doctor said.
Disclaimer.
Because
we are not doctors.
We don't want to say something and then you guys are watching, thinking, "Oh, I've got that problem now, and I have to the doctors." This is actually stop it. This is actually from the doctor. You know, I had a lot of symptoms. I think, well, what were my symptoms anyway from
Well,
the
go back
get-go?
to the first video to hear all of that, because we're not going to go through all that, because otherwise the video will be super long. But basically, long story short, Jack has been feeling pretty much the same as like when he first got diagnosed with his brain tumour. Really tired, really bad headaches, sensitivity to light, the testicle pain again, and all this stuff. Everything, like pretty much everything, apart from he didn't get as bad as that night I walked in on him and he was like on the bathroom floor. He's never got to that point because he's not working. If he was working, I know for a fact he'd be, well, not in work, but he hasn't got to that point, which is good, but he's got to the point where he's stuck on the sofa and stuck in bed till God knows what time. I'm talking like you're not here.
That's okay. I'm listening like you're the doctor, so.
But yeah, we're not doctors. This is what happened to Jack, and a lot of it they're a bit baffled about too, because his neurosurgeon is adamant his headaches is not because of the tumour, where his neurologist, which is a different person, is saying, well, they're not migraines, they're not pain headaches related to pain in the sense of how certain medication would react to pain, like paracetamol, ibuprofen, amitriptyline, no.
I'm on amitriptyline.
Yeah, amitriptyline, that's a pain, neurological pain. Like, none of that is working.
That's the only pill I know I'm on. The rest I have no idea. and vitamin E. That's all I know.
But yeah, so basically, none of that is to do with pain, and none of it is to do with migraines. So his neurologist is like, well, it's got to be to do with the tumour. But the neurosurgeon is like, no, that tumour could not be causing you headaches. It could be causing you all the other symptoms, yes, which are memory loss and things like that, but no, cannot be causing you headaches. So we're stumped with that, but the pain in his testicles is all to do with neurological pain, which he's on medication for, which is sort of working, isn't it?
Yeah, that's amitriptyline, but it makes me sweat. I do shake a little bit sometimes, but it's really good. It's kind of trying to weigh in the pros? I can't think of the word is now.
Weigh out the pros and cons.
Yeah. So.
The pro is that you have not got testicle pain where you can't walk anymore.
Yep.
Like someone's just kicked you in the willy balls. Sorry.
And then the bad thing is I sweat a lot, which sucks. Maybe it'll do me better in the winter, you know, because I'm always hot.
But yeah, we're getting totally sidetracked here. So basically, he's having pretty much the same symptoms as what he did when he first found out, which when he had an MRI a few months ago, made us feel like something has changed, something's going on, something's happening. You try and be positive and you try and be like, let's go into this like, it's going to be fine. But both of us just said we know something's different this time, didn't we?
Yeah, I think it was, I don't know. I could feel it. I think Amy could, kind of feel it because the way I was as well, so...
Yeah, just the way he was acting. We were walking through the hospital and we met up with his psychologist. And Jack hasn't seen her for about maybe 5 months. And when she walked away out of earshot, he turned around and said to me, "Where was she from? Was she from Australia?" And I was like, "No, Jack, you saw her not so long ago." And yeah, it was a bit of an eye-opener to realise, okay, this is what he's getting confused with. And as soon as I said, no, she's your psychologist that we've seen, straight away it was like his eyes sort of like, I know who she is. I've pieced her in the puzzle sort of thing. So yeah, as soon as we went to that appointment, we got told that it'd grown just over 10%.
Yeah, around about 10%.
Roughly. So the way Jack's tumour is located, again, disclaimer, we are not doctors, this is just going off what they have told us. Every tumour is different. Even if you do have an oligodenglioma, it'll be totally different for you because a brain is incredible, and the way it might be located here, it is completely different treated here. So do not be panicking if you have an oligodenglioma and you've been told different, because every single type of tumour is different. It's different part of a brain. Can't get accessed in one part but can get accessed in another. Can't get fully removed from one part but can from another. Is your arm aching?
Yeah, it's really aching now. It's shaking a bit.
So don't panic. Don't start stressing out and thinking, oh God. But yeah, where Jack's is located, it's located in a part which it can't be removed, all of it anyway. It's located in his insula on the left hand side. And
it's not grown, basically it's not grown how they wanted it to grow.
Yeah, basically.
That's the word he said.
It was more so that, so Jack has, it would be great if we could insert a clip here, but we only have the old version. We want to ask for the new, where it's grown a little bit. But basically there's a vein that goes through Jack's brain, and it's like everyone's, it's a really important blood vessel, basically.
It's pretty much your main one, isn't it? So if it gets
one of the main ones in your brain,
if it gets touched, then you have a stroke.
Yeah, so Jack's tumour is sort of around that, and it's also in the insular part of the brain, which they don't want to touch that either, because that could make him brain dead if one little move or whatever. Again, we're not doctors, so we're not really probably making sense. But long story short, even though it's not grown how they would like it to grow, it has grown, and it's grown enough that they want to operate. It has grown enough that they think they could remove quite a bit. Hopeful for quite a decent percentage, but we know it'll never be able to remove completely. We know that it won't be a really, really high percentage, that it's only leaving 20-30%, but hopefully it's enough that will prolong Jack's life and give us the best possible outcome.
Yeah, because we were kind of hoping where it's grown, shows here, we were hoping it'd actually go up that way. It's grown that way, but it's also grown inwards, which is harder to remove. So I think that's why he was on about, wasn't it? It's not grown the way they would like it to.
Yeah. The other reason why they're really, really keen to do surgery is because they don't believe it's what Australia's diagnosis is, which has been quite infuriating for us, isn't it? Because you got diagnosed with a tumour, then you did surgery, and then you got diagnosed with an actual tumour, which is the oligodenglioma, and then you got diagnosed with, which is a grade 2, so it's slow growing, thankfully, and then you got diagnosed with the with the lack of co-deletion.
Yeah, so no 1p19q.
No 1p19q co-deletion. So as soon as we come over to the UK, they said that's not possible. We don't believe that. Yes, I can see your results from your surgery, but we don't think that's the case. So that was fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, because they said if mine is what Australia said it is, I'm pretty much the only one in the UK, which is weird. So this is why we need to find out what it is.
Yeah.
It's like being back in square one again, isn't it?
Yeah, we're starting all over again.
It's annoying. It's like you can't really. Now we have to just forget what the diagnosis was from Australia, and now listen to what they think it is.
Yeah.
When they find out what it is.
It's like sort of you gain trust in someone, and then you go meet a new person, and they're like, "Oh no, don't trust that person." And you've got to believe them because that's your only option. And it's like, well, I had trust in them, so now I'm doubting you, but now you've got to go and operate on him, on his head, and I've got to just trust you.
Yeah, I don't like. To be honest, I don't mind it, but it was the fact that they originally, the surgeon here wanted to do surgery in, was it January, February, March, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was February.
And then they said no.
Yeah, so they decided they didn't want to because of the risks and dangers of doing surgery. So originally, they wanted to do surgery in February and March, and we went in for a meeting, and they said, actually, no, we don't want to do surgery on you. It's too risky because of this big blood vessel. We're just going to trust Australia's diagnosis, and we're just going to leave it like that. And we're just going to MRI you every 6 months. And then all of a sudden, he has an MRI, we go back and see them, and they're like, actually no, we're going to do surgery on you, and we're going to do surgery as soon as you're ready to do surgery. And it's like, oh, okay, what's changed?
Yeah,
the tumour has grown. That's what's changed, and they want to make sure it is what Australia are saying it is, because otherwise it needs to be treated differently. And to be honest, we know it is not as dangerous and extreme as some brain tumours, so we're not that stressed, are we?
Yeah, no, it's not
we're
fast growing.
Stressed, but we're not that stressed.
Yeah, since like 6 months ago, they can see like a 10% growth.
Yeah.
Which is around about 10, so you know, around 10 meters distance to that. We don't know what it is exactly, but and then by another 6 months' time, it would have grown more, but.
That's it. So he wants to do surgery ASAP in that sense, because the longer he leaves it, the more it's growing, and the more we're not treating it how it should be treated. So basically, it's one of three outcomes. It's either what Australia said, so it's the low grade 2 oligodenglioma. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that rightly.
Yes, oligodendroglioma.
There you
grade
go.
2.
I nickname it another thing. I know how to spell it, but say it, pronounce it.
Should we just call it Ollie?
Yeah, we call it Ollie.
We just call it
so,
Ollie. The Ollie Glow, no 1p19q. It'll either be that.
It is the Ollie low grade 2 1p.
With the chromosomes, so with 1p19q.
Yeah. Or it's called an astrocytoma,
which we don't want.
Which is a low grade 2, but it's an astrocytoma. So the astrocytoma is still a glioma, but it
grows differently, doesn't it?
It's just a bit more of a stronger kind, in the sense of Jack's grows more like this, whereas the astro grows like this, so it can spiral off.
Basically tentacles and stuff like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it has more tentacles and things.
Like
so
mine,
it grows
I think
like
mine
that.
has small-ish tentacles, because when they actually
we're not doctors.
Yeah.
We don't know.
But like from the last surgeon, they said when they cut it off, you actually still have that tumour. Like, so where they took a chunk out of it, they still on the brain. They cannot remove it completely anyway. But anyway.
So where were we?
So we don't know. We got a rough idea when surgery is, but we're not gonna say to you when it is, because we need to find out, because we don't want to say and then it gets cancelled and all that kind of stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're going to try and video as much as possible for our own personal journey part of it, but as well as for you guys. We want to share the journey with you as well. But yeah, it's also for Jackson, so Jackson can look back on it and see Mummy and Daddy and see himself. But yeah, we want to just share the journey with you all. He's got an appointment coming up, so we're going to try and video some of that.
Yeah, we cannot go actually into the hospital itself, but we can video us maybe in the morning and then arriving at the hospital.
Why can't we video it in the hospital?
I think it's something to do with you're not allowed.
So this video has gone on very long. To the point where we don't even know what we're talking about now. But yeah, so other bits have been going on with Jack as well.
Yeah.
Which I think he wants to share with you guys a little bit later on, as soon as we get answers. But basically, quite a bit has been going on to the point where we wanted to vlog.
Triple more bloody hospital visits, weren't it? But yeah.
It is what it is with you. But yeah, basically, we haven't vlogged or videoed or shared anything with you guys because we've just been living in the moment. And we wanted to give you more answers rather than just ifs and buts. And Jack hasn't been feeling great, and I'm not 100% confident with vlogging on my own. We are hoping to get some more footage up for you guys so that by the time Jack goes in for surgery and stuff, I'm more comfortable with the filming thing.
Yeah.
So we can film you.
So
more.
you've got to entertain.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you get to see everything that happens if surgery happens.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. And then I guess, yeah, we just want you to follow what's happening with us, which will be pretty awesome. Maybe for you guys who are gonna have surgery soon, maybe. Unless you just want to see somebody, I don't know. Like if you want to, so you know what it's like for someone with brain tumor and what they basically go through, isn't it?
Yeah. And even if any of you don't want to watch it, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, you can just.
We can watch it back later after living it.
Yeah, you can just not. We'll just put a title there so you know it's that. And if you don't want to watch it, the gory stuff.
Yeah. So basically, we're hoping roughly Jack has surgery in November.
Yeah.
And he's got a pre-op appointment assessment this month. So it looks like everything is underway, but you never know.
Yeah, it was really weird, wasn't he? Because he asked me about surgery and I was like, yep.
Yeah.
And I think he was kind of like thrown back because he didn't expect it, but because I've already been through it before, and he basically said that me and him could have a conversation over it because I've already been through it.
But it's also a case of we just want to know what it is now, isn't it? It's like, okay, you've told me it's grown. It's always been growing. That's something we've always known, but it's always been slow growing. And it's always been growing to the point where it's growing so much that it's hardly changed, so it's fine. And now it's like, okay, in 6 months it's grown quite a lot. Or not quite a lot, because that's not quite a lot to some people's brain tumours, but it's grown quite a lot for Jack in 6 months' time, in 6 months, that he wants to know what it is. So it makes us be like, okay, we want to know what it is. And depending on the tumour type, it depends on the treatment of whether Jack needs chemo or radio. So it's like, that's quite a big, right, let's get in there, get as much out as possible, test as much as it is to find out what it is so we can treat it. Does it need to just be left alone and just debulk in a few years' time again? Or does it need the chemo and the radio? So yeah, we just want to get it treated, don't we, really? We want to get a plan.
Want to know what's going on, what it is, and yeah.
But yeah, this video has been very, very long.
So we're going to leave.
We've probably left out quite a bit. Poor Cody has fallen asleep, woken back up again, fallen asleep and woken back up again. That's how long this video is. If you have stayed throughout the whole thing,
thank you. Give it a like and a comment.
And give us a brain emoji at the bottom of the video. We know you've got to the end of the video then, because you've done the brain emoji.
Yeah, sounds
Power
good.
to the brain. But yeah, stay tuned. The next video will be a fun one.
We also need to thank how many subscribers we got too, don't we?
Oh yeah, that was thanks to
There was 100 like last week, and I was like,
newspaper was it?
I don't even know, to be honest. I think no, it's the
Wales Online.
Wales Online. So since then, and thank you. Hope you see my video, and thank you for all these subs, because he's been on 158. I had a big email with a big banner flying around. So nice, and
Give
thank
us
you
a
guys
thumbs
for
up.
subscribing.
So yeah, stay tuned.
Yeah, like
Subscribe
and comment.
and share.